Hello everybody, today we're going to be making something called Shata in Circassian, ishta in Arabic, or clotted cream in English. And it's basically just cream, but we like to eat it in a lot of desserts, or just by itself with honey, or I know that they're really good with scones in England. So everyone has a different version of this, and this is how to make it very easily at home. So before we start the video, make sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell to turn on notifications, and let's get to it. So first, we had asked, let's use the mosque just to film the end scene, and it was really funny because when we went to go grab it, my cousins had set up a whole Jum'ah prayer in here. We have everyone driving their sports cars and their skateboards, and they set up all of the Lego guys inside. And they said that the Imam had the whitest hair, so he was the oldest one. And yeah, we just thought this was really funny. And there's a bunch of superheroes in there as well, who will continue to save the day after they make some dua. So this made us laugh, so we just wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, let's get right into it. So to start off with the only ingredient, we're going to be using heavy whipping cream. And we just so happen to have ultra pasteurized whipping cream, but if you find just pasteurized or fresh, the better it is. You can also use regular milk for this recipe. However, the amount of cream you end up getting in the end is going to be so much less compared to if you use heavy whipping cream. So make sure to get this instead if you want quantifiable results. So we're going to start off with just pouring a lot of it into our pot. So we're going to have it on medium heat, and we're going to continuously stir it so that it doesn't burn until it is almost at a boiling point temperature. Milk burns very, very easily, so do not take this step lightly. And we're showing you this whole process from start to finish. I know it seems a little bit long, but you can skip through and you can see the change in color and texture as we stir the cream for longer. So, make sure to pay attention to that because it's important to know when you need to stop. Yeah. Okay, so things are starting to heat up. You can see now bubbles are starting to form on the rim of the milk. And finally, we are starting to reach the boiling point temperature. You can see how much hotter it has gotten, and it's steaming, and we have not stopped stirring, so do not stop stirring ever. One of the traditional ways that ishta is actually made is on a very low heat at like 70 degrees for about 12 hours. So we know that you guys don't have that kind of time because neither do we. So this is a much faster process. So if you want to go ahead and try that, be my guest and let us know how it goes. But we definitely will not be doing that, unfortunately. So at this point, once you see clumps starting to form here and there, and we have reached the near boiling point temperature, we're going to lower the heat to the lowest possible setting. And we're going to do some occasional stirring because we want the liquid to evaporate and thicken as much as possible at this point. And you can see as my mom starts to stir it now that there's definitely a solid forming on the top and it's sticking to her spatula, and that is the cream we had just made. So this is what happens once we get it down to that cooler temperature. And now you can see it is definitely forming a lot of solid. And you can also notice that the color is starting to become a lot more yellow, and this is actually from the butter. And this pan type thing that my mom just included in the video is a tool that you can use to lower the heat as much as possible for your pot. So if you don't have like an X low setting, you can use one of those instead. So yeah, at this point, you could definitely see the solid on top. It's also bubbling. And as we said, all of the cream is going to flow to the top of the pot because its density is less than that of the heavy cream. And now, at this point, once you're content with the amount of solid on top, we're going to pour it into whatever container that is large enough to fit all of it, and we're going to leave it to cool completely to room temperature. And at this point, we're going to put it in the fridge until the next day. And you're going to see how beautifully this is going to cut through, and all of it is ishta, which is amazing. So if we were to use milk, only a certain layer would be sufficient enough to form the solid overnight, but because we used heavy cream and we let it do its thing for a good amount of time on the low heat, now we have an abundance of cream. So yeah, and this turned out really good. I actually was here to try it, and it was insane. I had it with a little bit of honey, and it was very nice and thick, and there was a lot of it because we used heavy cream. So it is super yummy, and we hope you guys enjoy making this. It's a very simple recipe, but you just have to make sure it doesn't burn. That's the only difficult part. But yeah, that's it. Serve with whatever pastry, dessert you want, and happy ishtaing. Bye!